Okay, so let's play Spot the Climber. So we've got the mahoe behind me here, and we've got a climber growing through it, and over top of it it will smother it and probably kill it. So let's first spot the climber, and then I'll show you how I get rid of the climber. Okay, so we've got our mahoe here, and then I can see the climber starting to climb up through, and then we've got a bulk of climber here and up the very top canopy here. I can see tendrils coming out all through the mahoe, so its time is limited. Okay, so there's our mahoe leaf. Okay, so this is our climber here that I'm focusing on. It is actually native to New Zealand. Its name is Maltembechia australis. It's a very strong, vigorous grower, and it does grow up and smother its host plants. And we only have a very small block of forest here, so I'm going to cut and paste. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll trace the climber all the way back down through the undergrowth. Let's jump on in here. So as you can see, the mahoe has a fairly straight, upright nature, as a lot of things do in this area, and we're looking for the odd difference, and this is the climber. This is the odd difference, and he's doing a crazy arch right through there. Now if we come through to here, and you can see this dark stem here that's corkscrewed around the host plant. You can see over here as well. Okay, so once we've located our stem, we'll just follow it all the way down. It goes in behind here, and as you can see, joins a bigger trunk here, looping down, and then doing a little right angle into the ground just right beside this totara. With a couple more of these guys. Look at that. That was about to hit up the neighbouring tree. Look at that. They just go and go and go. Okay, so once we've found where it's plugged into the ground, we effectively need to unplug it. So I've got my trusty old handsaw here. Alright, clear away the ground. I can see a lot of root structure here that is also part of it. So I'll make my cut down about here. That's it. Now it's effectively unplugged. Now you can come back and keep monitoring that and make sure it doesn't come away. I'm actually going to poison it, and I believe that this root here is part of our climber, so I'm just going to scar. I'm going to get into the cambium layer. Okay, it's fairly good cambium layer there. So here I've got some cut and paste, which is obviously it's a poison. So everywhere I've cut, I'm going to paste. Gentle squeeze, and you can see the paste. Now the part that goes up the tree, I'm also going to paste that as well, just on the off chance that one of these comes back down and plugs back into the earth somewhere in this forest. Tickety boo. So I'm looking straight up the tree now, and I'm looking for that vine that's doing the funny twisty thing. And sure enough, I can see it here and here. So once again, I'm just going to trace it all the way down. And what I found it's plugged into the ground here. You've only got to travel up here, and it's plugged into the ground here again. So I'm basically going to cut it everywhere I can see it, expose a lot of cambium layer, and I will poison that. So you can see it's branched off here, so I'll go below where it's branched off. There we go. And I'll come up here where it's touched down and it's rooted into the ground again. And I'll cut the other side of the roots. Now what you got to watch, if you left that into the soil there's enough energy in that trunk, it could well grow roots and continue on growing. So we'll keep that exposed up here, ready for paste. And what I'm also going to do again is expose a bit of cambium layer for a bit more poison to do its work. There we go. So one important thing is that you need to paste the poison within 10 or 15 minutes of the cut, because the plant will send up its own barriers to protect itself from injury. I'm also going to get the end that's going up, because I know it can touch down. And there you have it. Now we can sit back and watch it wilt away and then just disappear down into the forest litter.